Solar cards. Okay. So, let's talk about green-white Kona. We have tried a bunch of different Kona decks. Kona the card, first of all. We've tried a bunch of different Kona decks. We've tried Omni with Kona combo. We've tried Abzan. A bunch of people were splashing black for removal and some Valgavoths. And none of that was working. We just kept dying early on and felt like our mana base was bad since you already have to play the station lands, which are tap lands. So we came up with green-white, just straight up green-white, cut the black cards from the sideboard and play as many cards that we can do that makes our mana base still be powerful, but, you know, have a better mana base. So that's what we came up with, and the deck has been performing really well. We went 19-5 in High Mythic today, which is really impressive. So let's talk about the deck and what it does. So first of all, we have to read Kona. If you don't know, this is an extremely impressive magic card. So Kona Rescue Beastie. 4 mana 4/3, survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Kona is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. A little show and tell, if you will, for 4 mana. We also have some ways to, to make it work, but yeah, you do need to have this card tapped, and you don't want to do that by attacking, because then you don't do it on the same turn, so you need to have ways to tap. We've got a few ways to tap with the Lumbering Worldwagon, which you can crew it to tap. Also Worldwagon, we'll talk about it too. There's a lot of different things it does in our deck, but yeah, this enables the Kona. We've got Seriema. Super important card, new from Edge of Eternity, and this is really what makes this deck work. We have Seriema 3 mana, 5/5 station, or spacecraft. When Seriema enters, search your lobby for a legendary creature card. Hello, we've got a legendary creature right here. Put into your hand, then shuffle. So we get to tutor for a legendary creature. Also, it has the station, so you get to tap, another enabler for the Kona. Seriema doesn't just tutor for Kona, it also tutors for Wylie, which is again another legendary creature that wants to be tapped. It draws you a card. It's a little bit of a nice engine. A little bit vulnerable because a 4/2 does die a lot, but you try to play this card and immediately draw a card, so even if they kill it, you gain a life and draw a card. It's not the end of the world. And if they don't kill it, then, I mean, that's great. Every turn you get to draw a card and gain a life. That's amazing. So already we have 7 cards that let you use and tap and enable your Kona. But the most impressive card in this deck, I would say, and what makes this deck really feel busted, is that you actually have 6 station lands that we can read them if you don't know what they do, but yeah, they just let you, don't worry so much about what it does for the station, but the fact that you can play Adagia or Evendo, and you can immediately tap Kona on turn 4 without even having the Lumbering Worldwagon or the Seriema in play, means that the way people play against you is really complicated. Because if you just have an Adagia in play, your opponent knows that you're a Kona deck, and now they can't tap out on turn 4, on your turn 4. So if they want to play a Nemesis, they can't. If they want to play a Lynx, they can't. Like, they have to play in a super awkward way, and then you don't actually have to play Kona, or you might not even have Kona in your hand. You can just develop your board. And it's super impressive with what Adagia and Evendo does. Now, the opponent does have to do this when there's also Seriema and Worldwagon, but that does require you for these to be in play, and they can also be killed or be countered, or be, duressed. So yeah, having 6 lands that just enable your Kona just becoming a show and tell is insane. Also works very well with Wylie, because you can play Wylie on turn 3, immediately draw a card on the turn it enters, if you have an Evendo or an Adagia in play on turn 1 or turn 2. So these are the enablers for the Kona and the Wylie. Now we have to talk about which creatures we actually want to get with Show and Tell. So we've got Summon Bahamut. Nice little... I don't know why I said little, but a nice big fatty that destroys a creature when it enters, and if they don't kill it immediately, it kind of just ends the game. Notice that we don't have that many removal and interaction, so this gives us some interaction, which is really nice. Valgavoth, the go-to zombify target, now becoming the go-to Kona target. Just completely insane against people on turn 4. I mean, this card can be dealt with later in the game, but if you're playing Kona and then you're playing Valgavoth, it is very, very difficult to deal with this card early on. Absolute Virtue is a little bit of tech against the landfall decks or against mono red. It's also tutorable. As you can see, the Ghalta, the Absolute Virtue, and the Valgavoth are all tutorable with the Seriema. So if you already have a Kona in hand and you want to grab a fatty, you just grab the fatty, whichever one you need. So this makes it very consistent. But yeah, Valgavoth is the go-to. Virtue is kind of a tech card, good to have as a one-of. Also, there's a little bit of cute things you can do with the Virtue by making it indestructible. If you have a Seriema in play, you can station it, and now tapped legendary creatures have indestructible. So that makes it very, very powerful against specific decks like Landfall. They basically can't beat this if it's indestructible. And then you have Ghalta, which can be a nice one if you have multiple creatures in hand already, and then you just Ghalta everything, Kona Ghalta into play, and then get everything back from your hand. 3 Tyrants, which is a card that I really, really love. It's been super powerful with Smuggler's Surprise for 6 mana. And now you can also put it in Kona. Again, also works very well with Ghalta. And it's a card that it costs 7 mana, so it's somewhat castable. It is doable. Same goes for the White Overlord. Both have some... they are considered fatties on turn 4 for Kona. But you can hardcast Tyrant and you can just impend the Overlord and crew with the wagon or station here. The Overlord also works very well with the Adagia, your stations, because the station says create a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment. Well, if you have an impended Overlord, I mean, it's not easy to get to 12, but if you have an impended Overlord, you can just 5 mana copy, keep making Overlords. And the Overlord come into play as 6/6 tokens, which is really insane. The Adagia you can help station things also with the Vestige. It's pronounced the Anticausal Vestige, but I like to call it the Vestige. Yeah, this card is really, really nice and also puts the deck, I think, over the top because it gives you another card advantage. And like I was talking earlier, that you can just develop your board if your opponent is leaving up mana. Vestige is the best card to use to develop your board when your opponent is leaving up mana for like a Shoot the Sheriff or an Abrade. It's the best thing to do. You play it, you station your wagon or station your planets or crew your wagon or station your Seriema, and then you draw some cards, get a land into play, gets you a turn into a Vaultborn Tyrant. You can just get a wagon into play or another Seriema. It's really, really good. Yeah, and then it just gives you some late game power too. Anything we missed? Oh yeah, here we go. Smuggler's Surprise. So all that being said, this can just be a solid Smuggler Surprise deck because we have 3 Tyrants, Overlord, Vestige, Ghalta, Absolute Virtue, Valgavoth, and Summon Bahamut. So that's a good amount of Smuggler Surprise targets. There's also Seriema that can find you like a Valgavoth early on, so now you have a Valgavoth in hand, so the surprise can be for 6 mana, and just grabbing a Valgavoth, it can be really, really insane. But one of the nicest things about this card in this specific deck is that you can actually use Smuggler Surprise to do all three. All 3 modes are great here. When the mill 4 cards you may put 2 creatures and or lands from among them, milled cards into your hand. This can find you a Kona on turn 3 to play it on turn 4. It could also find you any of these 6 planet lands, which could be super useful. And yeah, it can just find you the Cavern if you need that. But yeah, finding you Kona or finding you like a big creature that you're about to Kona anyways is very, very valuable. Also, you have obviously the Smuggler Surprise. I mean, the reach in the creatures, sneak in the creatures into play. I mean, that's obviously insane here. But the most important one, I would say, is the 1 mana spree. So it's 2 mana total, granted, but creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible until turn. So on the turn your opponent is, let's say, only leaving up Shoot the Sheriff or a Braid, because they're still trying to develop their board, so they don't want to have 2 answers to your Kona, because then they can't cast anything. If they do that, then you can just play your Kona, tap it with any of these 13 cards, and then if they kill it, you respond, give your creature hexproof and indestructible, and now Kona still triggers, getting back Ghalta, getting back Tyrant, getting back Overlord, etc., etc. So Smuggler Surprise is just incredible in this deck. Even though this deck is first and foremost a Kona deck, Smuggler Surprise can randomly win you games, can ramp you, or not ramp you, but can, when you're flooding out or already have ramped with Wagon, you can just do it for 8 mana, or for 6 if you have Tyrants. And it can save your Kona, so it gives you a little bit of interaction. Now, obviously this deck is playing 4 elves, because this, you can go Elf into Wagon or Seriema, ramp into Wylie, Kona, Vestige, Elf with Smuggler Surprise. Yeah, I mean, this is, you've got the mana base for Elf, so play Elf. We're playing Commune with Beavers as a way to make sure we hit our 3rd land drop, and basically it's a little bit of card selection in our deck early on, because as you see, we don't have a lot of removal, and we don't have a lot of 3-drop or any 2-drops in the beginning, pre-board. So if you don't have elves, you can at least commune into something, or it finds you the 3rd land. It's something that does on turn 1 and turn 2. It's also very useful post-board because it finds you a lot of the cards that we board in, and it can find you Kona, it can find you Wylie, it basically finds you Seriema, and just about everything besides Smuggler's Surprise. So it definitely works very well. Sideboard is I wouldn't say thrown together, but you don't want to sideboard too much with this deck, besides taking out elves and bringing in the Starcages. Ghost Vacuum, obviously, against graveyard decks, unit decks. Get Lost is mostly for Kaido. We've got 4 Pinnacle Starcage against a lot of decks that have been showing up that it works extremely well against. There is the Simic Ouroboros deck. There is the Sephiroth Black-White deck. And also this is an artifact, so meaning it's a permanent. It works well with the Station, and it works well with the Vestige. If you warp this in, you can actually get Starcage into play. And you can commune with Beavers it into your hand as well. We have a 3rd Wylie for the matchups that go a little bit longer, and we just want to have another draw engine. 1 Biza that you can tutor for with Seriema. You can get with Commune. 4 power creature with all the crews, and just great overall card against aggro. Like, Biza is a tremendous card against specific aggro decks. You know, if your opponent's playing 3/2s and 2/1s, I mean, nothing's better than Biza. So, and when your opponent is, let's say, leaving up mana for a Kona, you can just play your Biza. So that's great too. Starfall Invocation is a sweeper that we've been testing out. It's really, really good if you have the Tyrants in play, or even a Kona or a Wylie. I mean, you mostly don't want to kill your big creature, right? So Sometimes you play a Kona and a Tyrant, and then, or even just a Wylie, but your opponent develops the board. You can just play Starfall, get back your Wylie, or get back your Kona. So it's a nice way of Wrath of Godding, but also not losing your relevant creature. And if you do it with Tyrant, then it comes back. You draw another card. You get another life. Great with Valgavoth as well, because it for in Absolute Virtue. So, and Summon Bahamut triggers too. So, definitely when this works out in the way we just talked about, it's pretty backbreaking. And then we have Ureni against. Sorry, where's it coming out? Okay. And we have Ureni against black and white decks, mostly. I mean, when this card is tough to kill and our opponent doesn't have an out for it, I board it in. Usually, if our opponent has a lot of removal, I bring in Ureni and take out Absolute Virtue for that, because Virtue can just die, and Ureni is nigh invulnerable when it comes to, again, against black and white decks. Especially now that Blot Out and Shielder's Edict got rotated out. And that's the deck. We had a crazy record with this. One card I might be playing at some point, if we find room, is Seamrip. We haven't found space for it, but this card is has a lot of potential too. You could just play this. It doesn't get hit by Starcage, and it's an early removal spell. I just haven't found that we care about 2-drops so much. The cards we care about are more 3-drops, like Vivi and Nemesis, or Sephiroth, and Starcage does the job against the 2-drops better, so I feel like it might be better to play. Oh, did I forget? I forgot to mention High Noon. Yes, High Noon. High Noon is a sweet little card that we used to play before rotation in Jeskai Control, back when Corey Steel Cutter was a thing. And now with all the Vivi decks, and with Esper Pixie running around, and with Omniscience, and with Temur Battlecrier, there's some space to play High Noon in this deck. And it's a nice silver bullet to have. You can't, unfortunately, get it with Commune, but it's a 2-of, and when you have it, it can be good. It could also be quite good. I just, in general, like High Noon with Smuggler Surprise. Just the way the game plays out. If you have High Noon, and you have 6 mana, and you have Smuggler Surprise, and you have the creatures that Smuggler Surprise wants to get, of course, like a Tyrant or an Valgavoth, your opponent just can't cast any spell, because whatever they play, you can just resolve Smuggler Surprise, and so they can't cast anything on their turn, or they die. And that is, you can do, if you pull that off against Control, there's very little they can do, because Control, they basically have to kill it with Get Lost. They can't play the game by just tapping Fountain Port every turn, because that's not going to be enough, especially if you already have a little bit of a board yourself. And yeah, High Noon with the decks, against the decks I just named, and against Control, is a nice little silver bullet against them. That's the deck. Let's get to it. Alright, guys. It doesn't say. It says when it's put into a graveyard, and Deadly Cover Up exiles it, but it doesn't exile it instead. So it goes into the graveyard, then it gets exiled. Do we need all these untap lands, or can we go? Can we keep one of these to get greedy? Like, get rid of the forest. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, I think we get a freebie Portico this way. All right, I'll take it. Also on turn 4, I don't mind playing a tap land if we're doing Vestige. So it's not even greedy. It's just better. Yeah. Uh-oh. At least we have the virtue, the absolute virtue in this deck against them. Oh, I mean, we're on the draw. Probably just turn to death. Oh my god. Is that lethal? Yep. I have a Discord. You didn't know about it? Actual turn 3 kill. Okay. Let's board out some of the... Yeah, on the play too. Yeah, just everything. Alright, so we definitely just want absolute virtue. Wylie is maybe not necessary. You can cut one. Take out the elves, because we're bringing in the 3 Starcages. 2 Get Lost, the 2 Wraths. And trim these Vestiges. And it had Trample. Yeah, I know. That was silly, I know. But, for some reason, our opponents, every time we play against Landfall, they have that draw, so... This is not the first time I've lost to turn 3 or turn 4. Oh no. Starcage is insane in the mismatchup though. Only card it doesn't deal with is the Hydra. Yeah, I mean, I just grabbed Virtue, right? Or should I get something else? The one card they could have... Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Virtue. Testing it out. Thank you for doing this, by the way, Finn. Appreciate it. Very much. Seriema. Yeah, you're just making me say that card again, aren't you? Alright, their plan is... If their plan is to leave a Braid... Like, that's not gonna work. Sure. I could just Wagon here. Or Starcage. I guess probably just Wagon. Wagon gives us the land. That mountain art is cool. It's pretty cool. Absolutely virtuous. Also, we have the Ghalta this time around too, so even better. Island. Jeez. Imagine we die to just into the flood here. I will be so sad. But it could happen. It probably won't, but it could. Okay. We're doing it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably solid. Commune can help us find some stuff. Help us find Starcage. I think we keep. We can take out one surprise maybe because we brought in a bunch of stuff. But surprise, like, you can still just end of turn. Maybe one surprise is okay. I don't know. I guess it. Just not bring anything instead. So my Discord needs some work. Yeah, I mean, I opened up the Discord 5 years ago, and I'm not very active in it. But I don't plan on being super active on the Discord, just because I'm already streaming so much, and I'm bringing content with YouTube too. It's a bit too much. I don't think I keep this one. Kona surprise. Alright, let's just get rid of the surprise here. Got Kona wagon. Tyrant. Maybe we don't want wagon. Maybe we just want surprise instead of wagon. Because we already have the land. We don't need the wagon. Like, the surprise can find us more creatures. I can see doing that. Okay. Against landfall, this makes more sense. I don't think you really need the wagon to win. If you already have this. Well, that works out. We don't have double white yet, but if we're able to place the Seriema into virtue, making me nervous. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't hydro, don't hydro, don't hydro. Can you look myself? Look. Not good. Really, really not good if they go Choco Fetch dead, but... Okay, no lands. That we will take. Good thing I kept a surprise here. Untapped lands gives us that. Why am I scared of a 1/1? I've got my reasons. I've got my reasons, buddy boy. This is uncounterable Kona. I mean, how bad can that be? How good can that be, right? Alright, uncounterable Kona. Okay. Now the question is, what do we bring? What is the most likely to survive? Watch him have Tidebinder for some reason. What is the most likely to not... I think it's Valgavoth. It's gotta be Valley. It's the Valgi. Valgavothi. You're dead no matter what, so we need Valg, I think. Yeah. Well, not dead no matter what. Put a counter on Hydra. Try to find fetches. X counters target creature you control, then to one target creature unless this control pays. Oh, I was thinking maybe if it was some sort of fight, but no. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No Chocobo. Fetch we can beat. Chocobo would be the problem. We freaking did it. Better. Am I liking this deck more than Battle Crier? No, no, but I'm not just gonna play like... Yesterday I legit played Battle Crier for 8 hours straight. Do you guys want me to do a full week of Teamer Battlecrier all day, every day? I'll do it. I'm not above it. Yes, do it. Just Kona is less vulnerable than Grave Hate. Yeah, I yes, it is. It's a lot less vulnerable. Don't think I need this one. What are we playing against though? White. I mean, we've got the Conies. Today's gonna be Kona 8 hours. No, it started off caves though. It can't be. We went with the caves first for an hour and a half. Went 04 real quick, and then now here we are. Elf was a nice draw there. I did watch the caves. Thoughts about the caves? Give me that station one. Give me that one station counter. We're actually 11 and 5 with this Kona deck so far. What is this thing? Beginning of your second main phase. Didn't let me tap. If this creature is tapped, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. As long as there's 3 more cards exiled with this creature, it gets +3/+3 and has hexproof. Wow, it's also just a 2/1? It's pretty good. And this thing has 8. It's going to be a 12. 3/5 lifelinker. Okay. I think we got a commune here, right? And I should have not played the land because we want to commune for a tap land. Yeah, that was my bad. Mistakes made. Mistakes don't matter. Okay. That's fine. I'm not sure Tyrant is going to be enough, but it will be close. You know what card is good against this deck? Starcage. Holy sheet stain balls. No, I fucked up. Like we're at 12, we gained life. Next turn we can Seriema for something else, which is nice for Ghalta or for a Virtue. Like we don't die here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Always stay cool. It's gotta be just Ghalta, right? I mean, Ghalta basically gains us an entire deck back, which is disgusting. Wow, love it. I don't want to attack. What's your least favorite archetype to play? Oops. Holy. Holy, 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 holy. 1 second. 1 moment. My least favorite archetype to play, I would say, is like Storm. I don't really like combo decks that are like spell oriented, like the card Storm. I don't like going off and then like just losing if I mess up. I like Teamer Battlecry is fine because like even when you're going off, you're drawing some cards you can It's a creature combo deck, and I don't mind that. But spell combo decks, I don't know. It also just feels like when you're playing spell combo decks, like Storm, you don't have any way of winning the game if you're not comboing. You're just like, yeah, fizzling out. I just not a fan of like that playstyle of like hope I win or just fizzle out. I don't know if I'm gonna get there before I even go for it because you don't know what card you're gonna draw. Yeah, basically combo, nothing is lame, yeah. That. Starcages. Starfall Invocation. Ureni is pearl white. That's probably it, right? I don't think I need Visa. Maybe I can do one Visa. Vestige is probably too slow, like not necessary. What we're doing is already powerful enough. I just take out Elves. And like another Vestige. I don't know if I need all of these, but I'll keep them. I could do Get Lost actually, instead of like one Surprise and one Tyrant maybe. All these, or maybe no. Yeah, Tyrant's fine. I do Sideboard with Battlecry against Esper Pixie. What did I do? I mean, we've played a lot against that matchup. You can take a look at any of my videos. Do I keep this hand? I probably do. This hand is one Kona away from being good with Adagia, Wylie, surprise into something. Okay. Alright. Let's see. What cards are bad? What cards do we want? I don't board very much in that matchup. I think I just bring in Ugins. I have 2 Ugins. And I bring in Surok. And I bring in Fire. And I bring in Fire Magic. And I cut the Elves. I really don't like the Elves because it kills the... It makes their Tragic card a lot worse. And I take out, like, the Token Maker. Oh, I actually keep the Token Maker in. I keep the Onslaught because they don't have that much instant speed removal. The removal is more sorcery based. Because they've got, like, the Moment, the enchantment that forces me to sacrifice. Plus the Tragic. So, yeah. I trim 2 Elves and I take out like a Vestige and I bring in the 2 Ugins, the Fire Magics, Suroks. That's basically it. Unless there's something I missed. Oh, I take out a... Well, depending on your removal, I bring in Scorch or whatever can deal damage to Kaido. But yeah, the most important card is Fire Magic and Ugin in that matchup, I would say. Are they just gonna kill us before we can even do anything? They might. They're setting up a kill. Okay, we got the Surprise to find Kona. Surprise can only find us Kona. We could also next turn Vestige and top deck like a Starcage if we miss. There's Kona. And Ovitar. Yep. Okay. I mean, okay, so if I do Kona and they have a removal, we die. What if I do over Avatar and they have a removal? Do we then die? To 1 creature? So we die to 2 removal spells that way, but we get to block. Beast Survivor. Seems like we should just do Kona. Yeah. Controversy. Alright, what are we grabbing? If it's happening. It is happening. Tyrant puts us at 12. Valgavoth is kind of insane. And Avatar blocks all? trying to have them like what loses to Sheltered by Ghosts. If we play Valgavoth, they have to sack one creature, and then they kill us. So I think it's Avatar here. What do y'all think? Is it Avatar or is it Valgi? Alright. Who's saying they lose 1+1/+1? Why are you saying that? Oh, if they sack? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Ah! Ah! That's game. That's insane. So I grab Tyrant. Combo, attack with Tyrant. Play Vestige. Sure. Whatever. Easy. Kona things. This card is unbeatable for them. Also, in this deck too, we can grab. We have 3 Starcages with the 4 Adagias. That's pretty sick too. I can do more things, like I can do Avatar and then Ghalta and stuff, but whatever, they're dead. I could have played an untap land and made another one, but whatever, it's fine. Hit Kona on the surprise, and then the next turn Starcage off the top, we take those. Yeah, I didn't need the Starcage though. It rhymes with Mimi Toldrin. Name 16. The stations may have been a mistake. Do I keep this hand? I think I do. This hand is, again, one step away. Like, 4 Smuggler Surprise, 4 Seriemas from being actually really good. Four Seriemas, 4 Smuggler Surprise, or just 4 Kona. So it's pretty hard to miss. Yeah, I'll play Elf. Give me a station counter, please. I mean, more powerful than Cage and felt worse to play against compared to Cage. Lockdown is worse than Cage? Yeah, no, I think Lockdown was worse. To do this. Yeah, just Vestige here. Evendo is a Kona enabler, but we also have 2 Wylies to enable it as well. But mostly it's just that. Yeah. Wagon? Ooh, almost. Almost, though. Um, I guess we'll name all Drowsy. Sure. Wait, what can I type? So next turn I can go Commune into Vestige. If we don't draw land, yeah, I guess this is dying, so if I draw land, I just Commune into Vestige, and we're going to 15 here. Alright, drew a land. I mean, we can find Kona here and just go off. Just straight up. There it is. What am I afraid? Kamikaze airplanes in the skies. What's best? Probably just Tyrant. Yep. Just that Tyrant is castable afterwards, so. But then Bahamut is like not very, but it's fine. Yeah, they can't deal with it well, I agree. And they're not. This is pretty good for us. Kamikaze airplanes in the sky. Straight 4 for 1. What in the world? I think they gave up on that turn real quick. Um. Oh, we're actually getting our Evendo to do something. We can make Smuggler Surprise for 8. Oh no, we only produce 1 extra mana. Cause costs 2, and we get 3 creatures. Never mind then. For those wondering, I like this deck a lot more than the Zombify deck. I think after this match we'll do a quick deck tech just to have the option to put it on a video. So removal being white and black here, we definitely want the Ureni and the Wylie and the Starcages and the Get Lost. Take out the Elves when we're bringing the Starcages. Trim some of these. And I think Virtue is probably not worth it. Like, you just want cards that... Beaver was a good addition. Which one was Beaver? Oh, Beavers, yeah. Vacuum is kind of gas? No, I don't really like Vacuum. Biza isn't bad here either. Yeah. Biza is good in, like, control deck, but we don't need Biza, right? We just want to go, like, Kona. This is fine. We've got Evendo, Portico, Cavern. Honestly, these are really, really good utility lands. And then Wagoon. Yeah, the problem with Beaver is, like, the more Beavers you play, the worse your Smuggler Surprise get. I'm gonna keep that one. Yeah, Biza is a house in control, I agree. 100%. It's just not as good in this deck. Like, I think Biza goes in against when the creatures you're worried about, like, can't beat Biza. But they have a bunch of flyers. And, like, a single nowhere to run means that it kills our board, right? The 1/1s don't matter too much either. So it's basically good against, like, red or Delirium, just red creatures, red and green creatures, fast creatures. but not against evasion. All right, what are we doing here? We're playing you, and we're either playing Wagon or Seriema. I think it's feel like something is gonna get no more lied, and I'd rather Wagon get no more lied here. Okay, and if they do nothing, then I'm okay with that too. Okay. Well, they did nothing again. I can just play a land go. That seems fine. Next turn I'll play no more Seriema, playing around no more lies. Sure. Turn 4 Kona into Virtue. You just fucked on me on my Monred. Yeah, that's pretty sick. But be careful of Sunspine Links, right? Be very, very careful. Be very, very, very careful. I mean, we can just resolve Kona whenever we want to, but don't actually have much to do with it just now. It's like resolve Kona, get this in play. Not as good at just doing. I could even get Wylie if we want to get real greedy, but I think I'm good with. It's interesting because we have the Smuggler surprise. Ureni can just. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Ureni. It could die to the one that sacrifices, but we can play around that pretty easily. Wylie, in your opinion? We have Smuggler surprise in hand though. And Kona. It's fine. I just hate how it sounds. Yeah, I agree we don't need to win fast, but we also don't have to play so slow. Like, what do they do here if we just go Kona? Wylie's greedier than the 10-10 dragon in concept. Wylie's greedier than the 10-10 is conceptually amazing, yeah. Oh, this gets rid of hexproof. Okay. Okay, sure, sure. That's annoying. Yeah, I can't target this. Hexproof. Okay. I would have gone for surprise at end step. I rather do it for 8 mana. I just hate how it sounds. Sure. If I traded it all for one thing, but for one thing, this is on Beast. For one thing. I do see 2 surprise threats. But if they're just saying go again, like, I just say go. I just allow it, honestly. Yeah. I'm greedy that way. Now if they play... I think I say go again. And just like, our opponent is stuck on 4. And I don't want to give them, like, a disdainful stroke here. On our, or not a disdainful stroke, sorry, a negate. Or no more lies if we're playing it. I can just get lost the fear. Or take 2, that's fine too. Alright. I think we kill that. Yeah, they tapped out of white. Which means it's just negate they could have. Which means I should just play this right now. Try to block. Six mana. Maybe we can play one village, yeah. I don't know if you need it, because the mana base doesn't work great, because of all the planes. Nah, you probably don't want it. You're playing for surprise, I mean... Okay, this taking the 2 doesn't matter, so... Like, if Ureni resolves, they die. We've got... green, blue. So we can't cast this yet. Alright, end of turn. We do it for 6. Then I play Wylie. This is the turn to play around No More Lies, so they could have negate. Alright, game over. Never had anything. I mean, the way this Smuggler Surprise plays, it plays so well against, like, in addition to the Kona, because it makes your opponents play a bunch of, like, 2-mana removal spells to deal with Kona, and then you just play Smuggler Surprise. Like, go for the throat, basically. But now that we're playing this surprise deck, they have to leave in all their cheap removal spells, and sometimes they just get stuck on cards and they just have to say go because they're so scared of Kona. Do I keep this hand? I don't know. We're on the draw. Now we need to do better. Okay, this end's better. White Source, Surprise, Wylie. Yeah, I just get rid of Smuggler Surprise here. Uh-oh. Here is our challenge. The killer. But why are we on the draw? Why are we on the draw? I mean... My cheek good, my cheek good, she cool, and my cheek bad, very, very good. There's a lot of damage, we're dead. Can't they just not have 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop on the play once, though? It's like very, very tough to beat this draw. Yeah, we have to play Wylie. And take... I guess maybe I shouldn't have taken 1. Okay. It's gonna be a block. It's the law of magic. I mean, this does not happen often. They have... This is not even like... They could have a better draw with Cauldron, but... My cheek bad, my cheek good, my cheek good. So if we rip Kona, it's not enough still on the draw. When our only play was this. But you know what card is good? Starcage. Oh my god, we're so dead. Are we actually just dead if we don't chump block? Okay. Yeah, why is there an island and a Proft in this mono-red deck? Sure. Not cheap, man. Not cheap, good. Alright. So it looks like it's these 8 cards. Wylie is probably fine. Bring in 2 vacuums. 3 Starcages. Probably High Noon and Visa. I don't know if I even want the Get Lost. I think we don't. I think we just do this. Starfall Invocation is okay, probably. Probably fine. If they have that kind of draw, it's good. Maybe I don't want two Visas. We have no way to kill Vivi. They're not as much of a Vivi deck, though, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, we have Bahamut. Is that enough? You don't like killing Vivi with Bahamut? Yeah, I think maybe we need the Get Lost then, or the Starfall Invocation. In that case, can maybe trim one of these, and maybe it's no, Commune is fine. Seriema, Ghalta, Overlord. Overlord is not that impressive against their deck, right? Can maybe trim that. Tyrant seems better, and then just do 2 Get Lost to kill the Vivi and the Prof. I'm not sure about this Starfall, honestly. Maybe on the play it's not worth it, and then the draw will bring it in. It's just 5 mana sweeper against them. Commune into lands, and then our hand still sucks. No, we can't do that. This is much better. Wow, this hand is nuts. Seriema, Commune, Pinnacle. I think we just get rid of you then. Yep. Visa is bad. I didn't say that. I added 1. We can do better than another tapped land. We need an untapped land here. Of course. Alright, good, good, good. I just want to have one of these in play. Okay, Starcage here is good. Well, can't complain too much about that. On my line. If they're gonna counter something, I'd rather they get countered the wagon here. Missed a land drop. Oh, resolves. Alright, we're just pulling further and further ahead. Like, I don't really care too much about this wagon. Like, obviously prefer to have the Seriema resolve, but oh, they might have a braid for this Starcage. Okay. Can't even do much about that. I guess I could have killed play Seriema instead. That would make more sense. So now we can't Kona for anything too powerful. They have Delirium? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? So I should have played the Seriema. Now I have to be dead? Hey, Doomwake, thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We are punting with... Okay, so yeah, chat, we should have gotten Seriema because I didn't think about the Abrade turn. And Abrade into this Proft, double, and Delirium. Woo! Seriema can get us...
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Nothing for 2 mana. I mean, is it really just play Kona, say go? Is that the best play? Like, play Kona, play High Noon, say go? Yeah, I think it is. It's so bad, though. It's so bad. It's a disaster. Seriema Wylie? No, I don't. Next turn we can hit Seriema Biza. Okay, that's good for us. There's no removal. Also, if Kona lives, then we can just Seriema Valgavoth. Alright, alright, alright. I think we're still in this game. Because the wagon can trade. So if I block here, I take another, I take 8. If I block here, I only take 4, so might as well. You're the one, you are the only one. Yeah, okay, this is good, this is good. Grab a Valgi, and we can even give it... Alright. Surprise is going to be nice here, too, because whatever they play... We can protect it. Don't kill us. Please, don't do it. There's no Vivi in the grave, right? No. You are the only one. No, it can beat Virtue. You can get Sunspine Links. Be careful, Fane. Be careful. Sunspine Links. You had 2 Sunspine Links? Well, I don't know how you lost then. That's I feel like every time I play the Virtue, unless it just plays it when you're at like 16. Yeah, you got them at a 1. Okay, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. What are we doing? They're attacking. Oh, baby. The second time we give it double done. Okay, okay, okay. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Block this one. This is not going to work out well for them. At all. Don't know why they made this attack. They want to attack this. Okay, I see. They want to trade. But I could just take it now. Yeah. Alright. Whoo! They did that with 2 lands, by the way. 2 lands only. Friggin' psycho killer. Okay, sideboarding. Starcage. They have a braids. No, they did not multi-5. No, that was not a multi-5. I think we need to do... I mentioned that I want to bring in the invocation post board. Maybe the High Noon just isn't good enough. And I just do like... What do you say? -2 High Noon, -1 Biza, plus invocation, 1 Smuggler. I think you just take out the 2 High Noons. Invocation only brings something that died, yeah. But it's just a Wrath with an upside. 5 mana Wrath with an upside, I should say. It's not fully upside, but yeah. Maybe at this point it's called like a Wrath with a downside because it costs 1 extra, but Yeah, it's really good with Tyrant, and I mean it just can work with any creature. Like you can save your Kona or your Valgavoth or something. Like if the situation happens that you have a Valgavoth and they just like go super super wide. I like it. Commune for Starcage. Proft does not get taken by Starcage, unfortunately. Commune again. Okay. Probably need to find a fatty here. Yeah, that works. Fatty enough. Oh, they have a bad hand. Potentially. Well, okay. Wow, has anyone ever seen this? Are we this lucky? I guess they did. Not drew us game one, but Proft into Wither to no creature. So they just have a bunch of like Abrade type stuff. And here I can just go Overlord. Attack with Wagon. Braid this. Sure. Yeah, I mean, now that they're in a position that they basically can never tap out because of Kona. Kona thingies. So if we draw land, we win because we can Kona surprise and give it. Oh, we didn't draw land. Damn it. Their draw is all removal. Their draw is just like they discarded a torch, so they have another torch. They had a braid. Still Kona? No. I think I just Smuggler surprise here for lands. Don't we? Maybe it is still Kona because we get rid of the Proft. Then we draw land. We just Ghalta Bahamut into play. They have to sack the Proft number 3. Yeah, maybe I actually do want to do Kona because surprise is more valuable here for 6 mana, I would say. Adore you. Sure. So this goes to 4. We can attack for 4 or just station, put it at 6. Having Overlord in place, pretty nice with this station. Yeah, I think so. Goes to 8. Next turn we can just Overlord if we like don't draw land. And like getting rid of Prof there was the reason I played the Kona. Because now I guess they have Prof number 4, but if they didn't have Prof number 4, then the creatures are not as scary. Alright, we drew a tapped land, but into the flood? No. Okay. Adagia is cracked. Kind of cracked, yeah. I think I don't want this Bisa here. Our hand is already kind of good. Don't need it. Alright. Don't combo kill us, and other than that, we're good. Good thing I didn't attack for 4, huh? Yeah, when you have, Overlord already impended or in play, like, you definitely want to just maximize Adagia. Vivi. Cauldron. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna take a piss real quick. Opponent can do what they need to do. You tried playing MTG despite a headache and it went disastrously as you'd expect. Sorry, buddy. That sucks. Is it a migraine or? Cause drink some more water. That's my advice to you. There's no way you're drinking enough water. In the dark, none of you are drinking enough water, including myself. I typically drink around 2 gallons a day. I don't know if that's believable. Yeah, Starcage might be good here. But they have another 13 mana to add. I don't know which. I didn't see which cards were used. Okay, so these two. So they have another 12 mana. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. But they might be out. I'm on the toilet 3 times a match. No, I stream 8 hours a day and I probably take a piss like twice during the stream. My God. I really don't have faith we don't lose this game. I mean, they already attacked, so we're not going to actually die, but let's see. I guess the fact that they already attacked means we can't die. There's no more thrill seekers, so but if they hardcast, how does this work by the way with destroy all creatures if the gift was promised, return a creature card put into your graveyard this way. That should not work with tokens. Yeah, they're hard tapped out. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I mean, that seems fine, I guess, to just Starcage. Attack, play Starcage. There's no way we don't cast Starcage. Yeah, yeah. The only other option is Invocation, right? So, I mean, we can we get Smuggler Surprise, Ghalta, Bahamut, Tyrant into play, like, but why not Starfall? Because that leaves them Cauldron, and I'd rather not do that. This steals a Cauldron, and there's not a Vivi in the graveyard, so even if they do a Braid, they have to still get another Vivi in the graveyard. Yeah, but if they have a Braid, then they still have to do Vivi in the graveyard, right? So, and have another. No, I guess, yeah, another Cauldron. Yeah, the cage doesn't hit Proft, which is a problem, but man, this game is grindy. Would Ultima be a good card for the sideboard? Ooh. I mean, we've got Starcage, we got Seriema, and we've got Wagon, so I don't think this is an Ultima deck. Ultima would be good against us. We also have Vestige too, so no. I would stay away from that card. We play a ton of artifacts. Okay. Does Ultima return cage permanence? No, they get exiled forever. They're gone. Out cold. Frickin' 6/7, huh? This cost 8 to do? Man, do they have Spell Pierce? Or is it just Into the Flood? Can we think about this one for a second? If we play Smuggler Surprise and we hit, I can't play around. I can't play around anything else. Like, I just get lost and attack. Did they bounce? That's crappy. Copy Cage? That uses all our mana though. I think we just play Smuggler Surprise here. And if they have Into the Flood. Not very likely to have Smuggler Surprise or Spell Pierce the way they were playing, right? So we're good then. We did it! Holy cow. Yep. I'm smelling victory. Smelling victory. Into the Flood, yeah. Oh my god, no. 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 Should I have stolen the Proft? It's definitely losable, but at this point it's gonna be hard to lose. I think we should have taken the Proft maybe though. That was probably a mistake. Because do we really care about a giant FOMO? It was a 6/7, so I had 4 counters on it. Proft can do a lot more damage. Does this deck ever want to play Wreck Raid? I don't know what that does. This is quite the game. If they hit Vivi, we can't lose here. They did hit Vivi, but they have to go full infinite to win. Because we've got our 4 blockers and we're at 29. They also have to get into combat to trigger the Profts. Vivi's cracked card, definitely. So is Proft. I should have killed Proft. I'm sorry. I should have killed Proft. Damn it. I got excited. Like with the summon Bahamut, we should have just killed the Proft and just dealt with the FOMO. It's... Yeah. Yeah. No, they can't. They have 4 Profts. That's Proft number 4. It's 3 in the graveyard. They have to kill this turn. They don't have to, but they might. Cauldron is what breaks Vivi. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Okay. It's bad. Bad start. Abrade that, abrade that. We have 2 blockers. We're at 29. These FOMOs are going to get so big because of the Proft. And the Mako is already 15. We're not dead. Yet. What happens if we double block and kill this? We take 3. Break even. Double block and kill this might actually be the play. Otherwise, it's going to be too big. Yeah, I think that's the play. So we take 3, the Tyrant dies. The next token can block a different FOMO. Yeah, we actually do die, don't we? Because they didn't take the Proft. Or this already triggered. So no, we don't die. Wow, what a frickin' game. Tapping the Ghalta, though. Well. Yeah. I don't know, it seemed like the easiest station of my life, but certainly hurt us. We still managed to win, but unbelievable how difficult we made that. No, I mean, there's a lot of attack steps with FOMO, but it's not infinite. That was really close. We were able to attack and get 2 2-1s in play. They would have had 2 abrades that they used. They used 2 abrades that turn. So it's going to be hard to do the math and see, but Profts put 21 counters on the last turn. I know. But Mako was going to be huge regardless. Because they still had the mana from the Vivi, just not the Proft. But I agree, I mean... Alright, keeping this hand. We've got Kona, we got Surprise, we got Overlord. Can take out... Probably just take out Avatar, because Valgavoth is the hit. Keep Surprise in case they kill Kona. Deal. Hey, oh, we're playing against Buddha Man. That we are. Actually better to do this, because if we hit Seriema we can play. This doesn't give us white. Stop it. Blue-white control is a test. Definitely a test here. Hope we draw Wagon or Seriema. Stop it. You're good. You're helping us out. We don't need you to do anything. Oh, whoa. Cavern? Anyone? We're gonna get losted, right? But it's still the right play. Because this is also a turn. Yeah, if they don't have Get Lost and they have like No More Lies and Consult, maybe this puts him in a spot that they have to he has to consult to find a Get Lost.
Adam Loudon says, "Hey Siri, tell Shahar that he's great."
She's too far away. Oh, it just didn't have it. All right. Yeah, I have to do. I can't play the Valgavoth here because then if he plays Ultima, we just lose everything, and we're at 4 mana. Next turn, if I get the Valgavoth in play, then I can protect the Ultima with Surprise. So that makes more sense, you know? We didn't have Ride's End. Should we just attack? El Adrazi. Me strike, oh me baby, oh me, mommy, oh me, baby. Ah, frick. Sure. I like having this in here. Alright, now I'll do Valgavoth. I got 3 strike, roll me, me. Oh, okay. Smelling like a consult here. Consults for 5. Which I steal, by the way. And I can cast it. On my turn. I can cast it. And I should. Yummy consult. Need OP to go for judgment here? Yeah. No, Ultima you mean. Not judgment. I don't want them to go Day of Judgment plus No More Lies. That would suck. It's gotta be it's gotta be it's gotta be an Ultima. I think I just get the Vestige. Yeah, Seriema just gets us at this point. We already have Valgavoth, so yeah, Vestige is our card advantage here. Even if the sky is open down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. Safe and sound. So I could have Seriema'd for Virtue, Ghalta, Kona, Wylie. I feel like... Yeah, I think Vestige was better. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Are they debating? I feel like it's an Ultima here. Yeah, opponent being in the tank is good, yeah. Ship it. Safe and sound. I can lift you up. I think I want to play the Vestige here. Tap. Obviously want to leave up green mana. Safe and sound. Can't copy artifact or enchantment only, but that's fine. I get to draw a card here. I get to station this. Not that it really matters, but don't have to pay. No, I want the warp part of it. That's why I did it. Like I don't want to. Yeah, I want to draw a card here first. Try to find like another smuggler surprise. That was our out to deal with another Ultima. Yeah, we only care about cards because if he goes Ultima again, then we still have the 2 Vestige. Could definitely lose this game. Oh, okay. We are not alone, no, no. The sun shows just... Now he can get lost. The creatures, we're drawing lands. Drawing lands is not ideal. No, the sun shows just now. The world of cloud. If we draw a creature, we hold it, right? To put it in if they kill Vestige, yeah. No menace on this. I mean, we should play it. Exile target. Creature or vehicle. Can I copy Valgavoth if you get lost? How, with this? This is only artifact or enchantment. And it's you control, so I can't do it with Overlord. It's also sorcery speed. Also true. Also true. Yeah, we've really flooded here, so... Yeah, these lands are not being nice, but... Played into split up. By what? Using the Vestige? That's probably fine. I guess maybe I don't need the second green station with all the mana. Maybe it's even better to start the white. So if he has a demo field, he can't stop us if we draw the white Overlord. I mean, if he doesn't kill Valgavoth here right now, we get stock up. That is hopefully... Wow, we did it. Okay. Free stock up. Couldn't be handled. Yeah, we should maybe work on our sideboard, though, for this matchup. It's like Ureni and Wylie, and like nothing else does anything. Maybe High Noon could help. I don't hate High Noon. High Noon we could keep sacking with the white. Yeah, maybe I just do this. Get lost for Elspeth maybe. I just hate doing that. against a control deck that... I guess Virtue sucks. I could do one Get Lost for Virtue. Is there anything else that is terrible? I think no. Yeah, we just do that. Maybe we just want one High Noon. High Noon can kill Elspeth too. I'll keep this hand. Alright, we drew the land. That's good. That's good. Did we board in Bizas? No, maybe I could have brought in a Biza instead of High Noon. I'm not sure what's better. Okay, I'll just play you. I'm not going to play the Seriema next turn anyways. I'll play Wagon. That's fine. Middle. Maybe we should have brought in the Bizas though, instead of the High Noons. Feels like we need something here. For this matchup. Demo field number 1. That is a lot of Konas that we should probably just start jamming. Both of us. Okay. That's pretty good. I'll still attack. Even though I would like it, but whatever. Ride's End? Nope. Okay. So remember, last turn they didn't have a counter and they only had a Get Lost, and they didn't have a second Get Lost. So probably just gonna jam Kona again. Jamming Kona. Everything you like. Okay, they drew No More Lies. Play no more. I can play High Noon here to do a whole lot of nothing, but if I draw land, I can resolve Vestige here. Could just pass turn. Yeah, the wagon can set up, or the High Noon can set up for a kill. But they can't cast anything here, because now I just surprise and the game ends. I know, High Noon does play well with Foundport, but unfortunately, I don't think our deck can afford that in our only 2-color deck. I don't think we can afford that. But they're dead, because we get the surprise here. Our opponent needed to basically never play a spell, because we have surprise in High Noon, or never play a spell on their turn. Only play lands. Because now we resolve surprise. It's over. I mean, I just play Kona here, right? High Noon locks them out. If they counter this, they die. If they don't... Still don't know my name. Do I feel bad with this? A little bit. Game 1 was kind of brutal. Feel a little bad. I'll apologize if he shows up. Still don't know my name. Yeah, GG. Somebody said, wow, nice win rate with this deck. Oh, it's the Grizzle Father. Yeah, I think this deck is legit. We're working on it still, but we've been beating some OP decks too. We have also not played.